Hello and welcome everybody. Good to see you guys today. Hola, kamusta, moin, privyet, salute, namaste, zdravo. How are you guys doing? From around the world, this is Luke. I am here to help the krills of the world play to earn, those that don't have much money, to become a whale one day. So guys, this is the time. I am excited. I'm letting my dog into the room and now ready to go. I'm excited because if you are indeed a krill, if you are indeed someone who doesn't have much to invest, this is probably one of the best opportunities to start jumping into some of these games, start jumping to some of these projects that were so dang expensive just 2 months ago. And now we actually have an opportunity to put as a krill, whatever that is, you know, 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000, $2,000, whatever it means to be a small investor to you. That's great. Everyone's in different spots, but this is the best time where I think we're going to get the most value we can, unless, you know, it's still possible we hit another crypto winter, as people have called it, and we go down for another 2 to 3 years. Maybe we'll see continually better prices. That's not my prediction, but again, you can't predict anything in crypto. All you can do in crypto is just try to play it as it is, buy into things when it's at good prices, and hope for the best. Now, I will say this is the time, I think, if you want to buy into good projects, whether that's Splinterlands, whether that's another game, because those are the ones that have come down off their highs quite a bit. We'll talk about that in a second. But if you're putting your money into junk, I think someone said it in the chat already, Jimmy, yeah, if you will go broke in bear markets if you are still investing in projects that were only here because of the hype. There are a lot of games who I feel like, honestly, that they survived, that they thrived, that their token pumped, their NFTs pumped because we were in a bull market and everyone was excited and there was crazy, you know, hype around it, and there were people just willing to FOMO into anything. We may not see that happen anymore. We may now see the days where we actually have to pick good projects if we want to make money and see our assets, you know, over the next 2 or 3, 4 years become a whale. So don't be whale food. Let's not be getting into crappy games. Let's be putting our funds into good projects, or if it is a crappy project, maybe flipping it around. I don't know. But I'm excited to talk today about the market because for me, as a krill, anytime I see the market come down, I know that's a lot of pain to a lot of people who have lots of funds. And I'm sorry if you are one of those people who are like, man, I just lost 50% of my portfolio. That sucks, obviously. But as someone who's looking to buy little bits at a time, anytime the market goes down, I actually celebrate for my personal reasons, because now I have a chance to buy up into these games, or I have a chance to buy up into these tokens that I like for gaming. And then hopefully in the next time the bull run, whether that's, you know, a month from now or 3 years from now, doesn't matter to me, because I can wait and look at my, hopefully, funds go up a long term if I'm putting my money into good projects that survive the long term. So thank you guys for being here. I'm going to be giving some of my thoughts about the market, whether that's crypto in general, these other gaming tokens, Splinterland specifically. We'll look at DEC, SPS, all the cards, and then I will be going through questions as I see them come in and answer them when I can. So thank you guys for being here, and let's start checking out some of the market, shall we? And by the way, before we jump into the market, I tweeted this out. I mean, just think about this, as I was saying earlier. This is the cheapest time that we've seen for some of these games since April or May or, you know, summer of last year. And I'm not saying buy into these projects. I'm just pointing this out. That Axie, you know, 4, 5, 6 months ago, what was it? Like $1,000 almost to get a floor team, maybe $600. Now you're looking at 120 to get 3 Axies. That's crazy. Phaeton Arena, it used to be, you know, over, I think I want to say like 170 or 180 bucks when this game launched for just a common box, and now that's 51 bucks. Again, I'm not saying I'm going to go buy this, but I'm just saying, guys, this is a crazy time. This is a crazy time to be alive, to get into whatever game you want to get into. So I'm excited. Let's look at the market. As we all probably know, Bitcoin is down. It, as I was saying I think the last time we did this was 2 weeks. We're somewhere around here, trending downward, and it wasn't looking good. Continues to look bad. You know, we're starting to maybe find some support here. It's starting to, at least the trend is starting to slow down. So, you know, I'm not a TA expert. I just, you know, I'm more of a TA hobbyist that I've read up on some books and stuff like that, like candlestick charts, moving averages, yada yada. But I never do it for trading. I don't recommend like, hey, follow my chart so you know when to enter and exit. I just do it so I know kind of where we're at in the market. And because where we're at in the market with Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these top coins, they infect the entire crypto market, gaming, NFTs, all of that included. So Bitcoin being down, maybe we find some support. Obviously, what I'm looking for is if we continue to trend down to 30,000, or if it starts to pump back up and hit above 40,000, maybe we can see another FOMO run here to Bitcoin, which would push all of our games up. Until we hit 40,000 and hold in Bitcoin, then I'm not like too worried about finding deals in all these games right away. As soon as that happens, that's where I'm like, some of these altcoins, some of these game NFTs might pop off again. So that's kind of my thesis. I guess what I'm working with is that essentially once Bitcoin hits 40,000, if Ethereum again can flip 3,000 and get back to even better the 3,400 marker, then I could see all these gaming tokens and NFTs popping off again and be like, okay, now we probably have less time. Until that happens, I feel like we have a decent amount of time to really buy up all these projects. You can see here, red, 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 a little green, red, 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 a little green, right? Roki, what indicators I usually use? More so, I look at the candlestick charts and just kind of look at what is going on. All the indicators really from what I've learned from the top traders are that you use indicators not to come up with what is going on in the market. You just look at them as kind of like, hey, what is the overall trend or feeling? Don't use them to, you know, initiate a trade just because the RSI is down or something like that. I do use moving averages just to see, hey, where are we at in the market? I got Bollinger Bands just to see like, hey, recently in the day, like where are we at? We're at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, which means it's probably going to settle down, have a chance to turn around or settle down before going back down. I also use on balance volume just to look at like what is the volume of these trends as well. So we could turn that on. If I can find on balance volume, this just kind of tracks where's the volume over time. And if it is tracking with price, that usually means the trend is correct. If there's a divergence, means that like if price is going down and volume somehow isn't really going down or the trend is going the opposite way, that usually means it can have a good chance to turn around. So yeah, that's Bitcoin and Ethereum. They are obviously looking bad, but maybe they have a chance to start turning things around. I don't know. My thing is, if I'm buying into games, as long as they stay down, then a lot of these games were also going to be trending downwards. And it's pretty much the same story across all of these other games right now. Like, you know, Axie Infinity, the AXS token. I mean, look how much off the highs. What are we down now? Woo! A fat 70% off the highs. So you can see a lot of these gaming tokens, AXS included, the top gaming token, has 70% off the highs, which, you know, is crazy because this is what the price was, as I said, early September of last year. And even before that, it was at the top of summer last year. So, you know, it could find support here and bounce back off. Either way, I think if you're interested in Axie, this is a good time to dollar cost in. You know, other big projects, we're seeing the same thing for a lot of other big gaming tokens. Sand back where it was now here in November. Engine as well. Let's see. Engine is, you know, it's kind of traded in this range for a while. It's one of those coins that's been around for a lot longer. Gala, oh my goodness, Gala, look at this. Gala almost hit $1 at one point. Now we're back to the very old highs of, you know, when it came out on Binance in September of 15 cents, which is just absolutely wild to me that we're seeing all these, you know, Illuvium, we all thought we missed our chance here, and Illuvium's come off its $2,000 highs to $500 again, basically where it started. And so, you know, we all thought that we were missing out. We were FOMOing into all of these games, and now we have another golden opportunity, which is just showing me as I'm learning, as I'm in this for my almost second year now in play to earn games. You know, sometimes it's not worth it to FOMO in unless you're going to flip it. Sometimes it's just better to wait for things to settle down. It seems like we're hitting, you know, a couple bear opportunities, you know, every couple months at least. You know, who knows what will happen. But that makes me think, hey, if a game runs up like this and we're all sitting like, hey, crap, we missed out on Illuvium, we'll never see a good price anymore. Let's either forget about the project or maybe FOMO in when it's on its highs. Well, if we just waited, what is this, 3 months almost now? We have found a 73% discount on Illuvium. SLP, some of these tokens now are looking for essentially a new floor, which is kind of crazy. SLP, sorry, Smooth Love Potions from Axie again. It's just still trending downward, not finding a new floor. Maybe at 1 cent it's going to find some support, maybe you can argue. Some other tokens I saw finding a new floor. Atlas, Star Atlas, if you like that game, and maybe it'll come out here in a year or two. That token's looking for a new floor. Same thing with Governance token Polis. Who knows? Gods Unchained released their token and now it's looking for new lows. Starting to find some support around here at the $2 mark. But again, still trending down. The YGG Guild token also looking for a new floor. So, man, I mean, some of these tokens, if you liked these games, I'm not saying all these projects to invest in, but if you did like these games before, they are looking for new floors. So, you know, if you want, you can continue to wait to see how far it'll drop. Maybe you wait to see where does it find support, like Gods. Maybe there's some support here at the $2. But again, I just like dollar cost averaging in. So all of these tokens to me are at a great price. Will they continue to go down? I mean, if Bitcoin and ETH continue to go down, then as I say, probably, you know. But, you know, you never know. This could be the cheapest we see again. And if not, then buy up a little bit here, and then once it goes further down, dollar cost average. Keep doing it to move your entry price lower and lower. That's essentially my strategy. I think unless you're a technical analysis genius and you can trade the markets and you're into, you know, day or week trading, then again, if you're like me, just dollar cost averaging. I think that's the smartest thing that we can really be doing. Mobile Tech, thanks for being here. What platforms here? We're using TradingView, the charts on TradingView. There's lots of tokens that you can find, but a lot of them, if they're not on major exchanges, you can't find. So like DEC and SPS, unless it got added. I don't think it did. Oh, you can find it on CoinEx now. That's cool. So for the longest time, you couldn't find SPS, but now I can add it to my TradingView chart. So that's pretty fun. So we only have to use Dex Guru. Let's see if DEC got on here. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it, unless I'm... Dark Energy Crystals. Oh! There's the Uniswap pool, but I don't like looking at the Uniswap ones. They're usually less liquidity. SPS though, same thing, not surprising. You guys have seen me talk about it before. We thought we were gonna find some support at the 20 cent mark here. And it's just, you know, you can see here on the Binance one, it is just falling like crazy. And 11 cents, you can see maybe there's a little support here at the 10 cents. You can see people buying it up here. But as long as BTC and ETH goes down, maybe we see a 5 cent SPS. I remember someone calling for a 3 cent SPS a long time ago. Either way, I'm going to buy some up. I said I was buying some up here at 20 cents. We'll see if it goes down. And the fact that it's at 10 cents, you know, if you were complaining that you couldn't get SPS before, you know, 10 bucks now is almost 100 SPS, right? That's crazy. You would not find that, of course, as I said, and I'll say for everything, 3 months ago. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I mean, we can even go here to CoinGecko. I like looking at CoinGecko because you can see by market cap all the top gaming coins. And as you look at this, you can see every single top gaming coin except for Deepcoin, which somehow has gone on a run the last week, 78%. Not sure why. I haven't looked into Deepcoin. But pretty much anything in the top 15 has gone down 30 to, let's see, what's the biggest one? 57%. So, man, this has been a tough week if you've been hodling some of these coins. It's going to feel bad. This is a big blow to pretty much every single gaming token. Yeah, our Faded Gloria. Yeah, it's hard to play all these games. SLP, DEC, all these prices being down, meaning that each time you earn these tokens in the game, you know, that's the thing though. That's the kind of the back and forth thing about the play to earn market, is when everything is pumping and high, when we're playing these games, you know, Axie Infinity, Splinterlands, whatever, it's like, oh, this is awesome. I'm making $1, $5, $10, $20 a day. This is insane. I'm gonna quit my job because I'm making, you know, $10 an hour in Axie, right? And that's gonna be awesome. But the flip side of that, as we've all been complaining, well, if you're newer into these games, you're not gonna be able to get into these games because Axie is $1,000 to get into. And now all these gaming tokens are coming back down, which means our play to earn every single day is gonna be a lot more feeling kind of depressing, right? Our faded glory. It's like, oh, you know, I was making $10 a day in this game. Now I'm playing Splinterlands and I'm making 10 cents. Now I'm playing Axie and I'm making, you know, 30 cents if I'm doing every single thing in these games. And that's where I think in a bear market, we're going to start to see which games are actually the games that people enjoy playing versus I was just playing this game because I can make money. Which is why when I did that warning video a couple weeks ago and I was saying the market is trending down, if you're in a game that people don't actually like, then, you know, what's going to happen to that game once the token price goes down? People are going to stop playing it, and we're going to actually see which games are going to survive a bear market. Splinterlands, to me, I think can survive. Yeah, we've seen a hit in users and daily active players, but to me, we're still seeing, you know, millions of packs sold. So something like that signals to me, hey, even though prices are down, at least people are still interested in this project, still interested in playing this game. And that way, next bull run, whatever it is, 3 months, 3 years, that is a game that can survive to the next bull run where we actually make our chance at being a minnow, being a whale, whatever you want to be in this play to earn space. Yeah, no one I know wants to play Axie without actually earning money. Yeah, I mean, Axie with the version 2 might have some chance. I haven't looked into it too much, but I want to look into it more. But yeah, I mean, as we've been saying, these tokens, man, if the game isn't fun, I think a lot of these projects, what I've been saying about play to earn, all the games coming out on there, a lot of the games that are listing these tokens, I think 90 to 95% of them just probably won't survive a bear market. They probably won't survive 3 to 5 years. And that's why I'm saying I'm actually bullish for play to earn games. I think it makes so much sense. I think they're a lot of fun, adding finance economy to these games and, you know, blending the real world with the virtual world. I think there's a lot of cool things. But, you know, if you're putting into games that aren't going to last very long, then I think that's where we're going to be in trouble. And that's where I think we're going to become whale food, because essentially we just gave up our money, we gave up our funds to, you know, a crappy project that is going to go nowhere and eventually tank once the token loses its value. So I think we got to be very careful here. There are lots of interesting buys, but that's where I keep saying we got to make sure we're in the projects that we actually like and we think have value for a community, have longevity in their game. We trust the creators, we trust those who are working on these games. You know, it has, you know, good multiplayer that can last for a while, that will keep people interested. Esports, all those things help a game last for a long time. And so that's the projects that I'm going to be looking for, or the platforms that release those types of games. So it's crazy that everything's down, but, you know, again, well, there's three projects in the green. It's interesting that Krabata is still going, still not falling down yet. I don't understand what's going on with Krabata since I reviewed it, but still apparently one of the hottest. I don't know why, but people apparently are still liking the TUS token. Heard a little bit about Peg Axie, haven't looked into it too much as well. But you can see pretty much no token is doing well. Splinterlands, actually, we've all been complaining about the SPS price going down. Splinterlands, though, is still, like, for the last 7 days, was it like the 20th? At a minus 21%. It's in, like, 20th place out of all gaming tokens for the lost or gain this week. So, to me, that's still a good sign. You can also click on Splinterlands. Something that's interesting to me, if you go to just look at the entire chart, the price has come off, what, 88 cents down to 10, 11 cents. So about, you know, whatever that is, 80% of its value. Maybe I'm doing that wrong. It's 1/8 of what it used to be, right? But if you look at the market cap, because more tokens have been coming out, the highs are actually more around 100 million, 130 million, and the market cap has dropped to 42 million. So really only about a third of its market cap has been has been lost. So when you look at it that way, well, I guess that's 60%. So it's 1/3 versus 1/8. So part of the price, I think, on the SPS is just the fact that more and more SPS is being printed still every single day. What other games are you playing right now? Mostly Splinterlands, a little bit of Axie with those delegated Axies I have. A little bit of Thetan Arena for fun, but not really too interested in the economics yet. I used to play Gods Unchained and Blankos, might jump back into that. And then I got some other side projects I'm thinking about jumping in. Yeah, Big Time or Illuvium, I'm interested in those. I mean, the thing with the big projects is they're high risk, high reward in a sense that, you know, they're big projects. They're big games that are going to take a while to develop. And if they develop them poorly, you might be buying in at a high price because of all the media and marketing around it. And then if the gameplay or the economics fail, then it could be in a bad spot. But, you know, I'd rather do that than an indie game that looks like complete crap, right? I think there are some indie games out there that are going to be hidden gems, though, that we're going to be constantly looking for. And that might be the next Splinterlands, you know, that might be the next game that maybe isn't the number one on the charts, but blows up your account over time because, you know, there are indie games that are high risk, but there are indie games, you know, think of, you know, Minecraft, for example, that started out with one creator. So it is possible for smaller games. You just have to be really careful and recognize there's high risk, high reward to those lower games. And there's also high risk, high rewards, I think, with these bigger games. Maybe not as high of a risk and maybe not as high of a rewards, but, you know, even with these bigger games that have really cool gameplay and AAA titles going out, recognize that a lot of these bigger games still haven't ever had to develop a real world economy. And that's the hard thing about play to earn games, is building one takes a lot of, you know, crafting, editing, figuring out how to run not just a good game, but also how to run a real world economy, which makes it very difficult. And I think some of these big projects, Star Atlas, Illuvium, whatever it is, could be successful. And then I think there's going to be a couple of them that maybe just don't make it. I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to watch. Thoughts on Ethereum? I talked about that a little bit earlier. Not much. I mean, it's trending down pretty hard. We might be finding support right here at around the 2400 area. Be nice to close out with a hammer on it. I don't think so. Really, I think everyone's putting their money back into Bitcoin or USDT. So we need Bitcoin to pump again, and then Ethereum, all these altcoins, gaming tokens might pump again. Why won't Illuvium come out already? Well, it's a big project. So that's what I'm saying. You know, it's really interesting. I have, you know, a little bit of tokens like with Star Atlas. And the interesting is, I don't even know if the game is going to come out and be really good. But we might have 3 years before the game actually comes out, and if there's enough marketing and media around it, the price might just pump on its own before the game even comes out. I don't know. They're hitting all-time lows though now, so maybe that's not a good thought. Yeah, Counter-Strike or Valorant would be a really interesting play-to-earn game. I don't know how shooters are really going to handle the economics, but you can think about Counter-Strike. A lot of people sell skins and those things already, so you know, making those NFTs, something like that makes sense. They say stop the investor SPS drop in April. We may see a boost to SPS. Yeah, I think so too. I think once the airdrop and the private sale of SPS stops, then there's going to be a lot less supply monthly. So that will help a little bit. Obviously, there's going to be some with the play to earn aspect coming out. So it just means how far do we fall? You know, do we fall to 5 cents? That would be quite crazy, but it's definitely possible if we keep going bear in the whole market. Either way, it's one of those things where it's like, if you believe in the game long term, yes, there's a lot of SPS being printed, but eventually, you know, if your strategy is 3 to 4 to 5 years, I definitely see at some point next bull run, next time we get a crazy hype around like Rift Watchers or something being used in SPS, all those factors, we could see another dollar price or above. That's my theory. Of course, I'm willing to be wrong. You know, the thing about investing is all of us could be wrong. You just got to take your knowledge, you got to take what you think is best and go for it, right? So one real quick thing I want to talk about here. Maybe I'll do another video on this, but with DEC being so low, some people have asked me, you know, hey, what do you think about the airdrop? Is it still make sense to buy DEC for the airdrop? And let's just look at that real quickly. Let's say you want to buy up 10,000 DEC right now with the price being 0029. You're talking about 29 bucks to go out and buy yourself 10,000 DEC. You can see we've trended hard down. There hasn't been that much support or buying up. A little bit at the 0.35. We traveled back up to 0.004 and now have fallen down hard again with the whole market. So, you know, the thing is DEC is supposed to be, we've always talked about a soft peg around that 0.001. You can hear Splinterland's team every AMA. We're focused more on the, you know, hopefully the price appreciation of SPS. DEC is supposed to be stable around that 0.001. They even said, yeah, it was a mistake how much value we gave in the airdrop to it. So I'm not expecting DEC to really ever pump again. Maybe if something crazy happens and they make another mistake by adding new utility to it, I don't know. So we could, you know, buying it up here for 29 bucks, let's say, you could still potentially go back to the soft peg and lose, you know, around a third of that value. So let's say you buy up 10,000, you run the risk of it dropping back down to, let's say, like 10 bucks worth of DEC, right? So that's the risk. But if you're doing it for the airdrop, you bought up 10,000 worth for 29 bucks. You can still come to Splinter Cards, go to the SPS airdrop calculator, and let's say we bought up 10,000 tokens just for the SPS airdrop. Well, if you do that, based on where we're at with the airdrop right now, how many circulating points there are, how many days are left, you're looking at about 165 SPS if you bought up 10,000 DEC. So for 29 bucks, you can get 165 SPS. Right now, its current price, you'd be getting back about $20. Of course, you'd have the DEC still left over. So maybe you can argue if it falls back to the peg value, you still have around $10 worth of DEC, $20 worth of SPS. So you're not really netting much even then, right? So the thing I'm thinking of is like, okay, if you have 29 bucks, and let's say you just bought SPS right now at 11 cents. Oops, I didn't mean multiply. Oops. If you bought it up at 11 cents, you're gonna get about 260 SPS. Now, of course, the SPS price could drop as well, and maybe you can make an argument that DEC also goes up, but I'm not counting on DEC going up. I'm more still saying, hey, I still think there's not enough value, especially with the airdrop days shrinking, that's really going to push the DEC price back up unless the whole crypto market still goes back up. So you can make an argument that, yeah, you'll get a little bit of value, maybe. Let's see, what was I saying? 10,000 DEC. So I wouldn't buy up the DEC to hodl it for the SPS airdrop because you can buy more, unless with the caveat, if you have SPS already, that you're going to pair it up for a liquidity pool. Because the liquidity pool is going to get you double, and then you're going to end up, if you do it right now, 10,000 DEC in a liquidity pool is going to be 329 SPS, plus you're going to have the DEC still with you. So I still think there's an argument that you can get more SPS and still have some DEC hodled left over if you're using liquidity pools, but in my mind, I wouldn't just be buying DEC to hodl it by itself. Chains Arena Server 2, check it out. Is that a game? Will prices drop in Gala items, or they relist to reflect current prices? I don't use the Gala ecosystem too much, so I don't know if I'd be the best one to ask about that. It is interesting to think through that sometimes when a token price goes down, the NFTs go down, but there are some, I've used the Wax blockchain, and there are ways to say, hey, instead of setting it at a Wax price, let me set it at a USD price, so that, let's say I'm going to sell my NFT for $100 on the Wax blockchain. If the Wax price cuts in half, then you're paying twice as much Wax, still at $100. Whereas I listed it as Wax, then, you know, it's going to be 100 Wax no matter what, if the Wax price goes up or down. So it depends on what ecosystem and how Gala handles that and how people list their NFTs, I guess. But typically what we find across most play to earn games is as the token prices go down, usually the NFT prices go down as well because they're directly correlated, right? If I can buy a champion level deck and earn $100 a day in Splinterlands, then I'm going to be willing to spend maybe, I don't know, 10 grand. I'm making up numbers in my mind. Making it, 10 grand, because then in 100 days I'm going to make that money back. Whereas, let's say if I'm at champion level in Splinterlands and I'm making $1 a day, I don't know what the numbers are, then I'm not going to spend 10 grand on a champion level deck right away, right? So, because that's going to take $10,000 to make back. Obviously, you can argue for the resale of the NFTs, all that stuff. But I'm just saying they are generally pretty correlated, that if a gaming token goes down, then the NFT price is generally going to go down with it. Hey, Stever, how's it going? Good to see you. What you doing at work today? Yeah, let's talk about pack openings. So with that, we can go check out the Splinterlands market, right? Pack value we have right now is a pretty much the lowest I've seen it. Maybe it dipped down over the weekend. I wasn't tracking too hard there. But essentially, if you're opening on average, you're going to get $3.38 of value, even with both potions used. And then the estimated basic pack, where you could definitely get 4 commons and 1 rare, it's only going to be worth $1. So on average, if you're opening your packs, you're going to lose value. Of course, they are fun to open, so I'm going to still open my packs that I got from Stever here in the chat. And I'm just going to do it for fun, right? But if you're like, hey, I bought packs to hodl them because I want to, as an investor, resell them one day. Well, if you open them now, you're not going to get much value out of them. And then we can also go to tribal decks. On the secondary market, you can only sell them for $2.93. So actually, if you're going to open packs and you don't care about the airdrops, maybe you can only buy a few packs, so you're not probably going to get an airdrop anyways. Buying up a pack for $2.93 is still going to net you value on average. So you can make an argument maybe that's not a bad way to do it. Maybe you can pull out something good and really boost your deck. For like 10 packs, there's going to cost you $29 on tribal decks versus $40 on the Splinterlands shop. Of course, again, you miss out on the airdrops, but if you don't think you're going to get that many airdrops, like you're buying 10, 20, 30 packs, then that's probably the way I'd do it. Again, I say there's nothing wrong. This is still a game. So if you just have fun opening your packs, I still think that it's not a big deal to go up and open your packs, even knowing that you're probably going to lose value on it. Yeah, Ed does make a good point though. You will lose value and you will lose potential airdrop points unless you get incredibly lucky and you open up, a pack with a ton of power. But most packs aren't going to net you 300 power for the SPS airdrop. When's my next pack opening? Probably tomorrow. Tomorrow would be the time to do it, I think. All right, Ed. Yeah, I'll add that to my community video list. As you saw, I did a community submitted games last week, and Ed, we will throw that up here on the list to do in maybe a week or two, depending on when. Yeah, Seaver does have a good point though. If you do open up your packs to play the game and you can really boost your deck, let's say it gives you enough power to go from silver to gold, or you open up enough packs and you can get a level 2 or 3 summoner, then you could definitely earn DEC to make up the airdrop points. I guess more so in my sense of what I'm saying is I wouldn't go up and buy a bunch of packs right now unless you're doing it off the secondary market or unless you're going for a ton of airdrop points. But if you already own packs, then it definitely could be, as what Stever is saying, is if you open up those packs, it could really add to your deck and add to your DEC earnings, tournament earnings. Just remember though, as the DEC price continues to go down, the way that Splinterlands works is it's kind of a double whammy. we get less DEC value because the price has gone down, and we get less DEC per win. So I'm interested to see if it does fall all the way back to its pegged value, what that's going to be like and how that affects the game. Because it's already affecting, you know, things like the rental market and making it not worth it to really rent too many cards. Speed plays. If you open up a pack, you're likely to get, on average, 4 commons and 1 rare, regular foil, which would be 40 power is it. You could get extremely lucky, but even then, let's see, remind me, what's a gold foil like epic right now? Let's look at Grunt. How much power is he? So even if you get gold foil epic, which I got one of these, pretty difficult to get, 2,500 power. Maybe you can argue that you hit a legendary, but gosh, that a legendary gold. I know Stever got one. I know Stever got one in his video. That was crazy, but even then, that's oh, we need gold. You know, that's 10,000 power plus, but or sorry, 1,000 power plus. I guess the gold epic. Sorry, you're asking about 1,000 power, not 10,000. Likely though, if you open up one pack, you're not going to get 1,000 power. Rented silver 3 till end of season, praying no cancels and I profit. There you go, Luke. So it's still possible. It's just it's harder and harder as the DEC price goes down. I did say we might see that go back to peg. Yeah, I think it will definitely be possible there. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing though, is if you enjoy the game, you will keep grinding the rewards, and there's rewards are going to seem small for probably quite some time, but if we keep grinding them out, then I think we have a great shot at actually doing something, you know, getting some good value, and really, I think we'll be in a good chance the next bull run to be sitting as a minnow or a whale. Other interesting things though on the Splinterlands market, we got land at 344 or 348 now, so that's the cheapest it's been for quite some time. We got vouchers sitting at $1.47 because right now they're only being used for the bonus packs. So right now for vouchers, I don't really feel like selling at this price. I'm just gonna hodl them, and maybe if they're used for things like Rift Watchers in the future, maybe they go back up in value. But I'm not getting that many vouchers because the voucher drop rate has slowed way down, and at $1.47, for me, I don't know. I feel like it just makes more sense to hodl them long term. Other interesting things about the Splinterlands market right now, that even before, even since doing that Chaos Legion buying guide to level up summoners, even then it was like, hey, it's still going to be like 120 bucks for silver power. This is not right. Let me refresh the page. Should be better than that. If we go to compare and best cost ratio, yeah, here we go. Regulars are going from like 150 to 160 right now, and similarly are the gold foils. So even just a couple days ago, it was 120 bucks for silver 3 power. Now we could potentially be getting, let's say the market continues to trend. I saw some cards even for 160 card power per dollar. It could be possible. You're gonna have to wait to probably get enough of these finds, but it's possible now for silver 3 power. Could be looking at 93 bucks at the cheapest. That's pretty dang crazy. Ooh, you got Jin Chwala. Nice, Luke. That's a great card. Yeah, daily bronze quest. I've been pretty upset in my in my alt account. I've just been getting potion after potion. It sucks, but you never know what you're gonna get. How do you transfer Fiat into Splinterlands? Besides credits? I mean, if you buy credits in Splinterlands, that can be with PayPal here. So that would be Fiat. You could also, I think on tribal decks here. Sorry, I was still a little stuffed up. Not as sick as last week, but still a little stuffed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought, yeah, this probably wouldn't be the easiest way. Is there a way to donate straight into Hive? I can't remember. I don't think you can buy Hive. There we go. So another way is you could buy Hive on your Hive keychain. I've never tried using this, so I don't know who can and what countries and all that will be able to use the credit card on MoonPay. But you could take that, you could put that into Tribal Decks, and if you want to buy DEC instead of buying credits. You could also buy credits, just buy some cards, and if you really want DEC, you could sell the cards back for DEC. You're going to take a 5% hit. Besides credit, yeah. I think that's the way, I think that's the only other way you could get into the game besides buying credits. I mean, you can buy on other exchanges and transfer it to Hive, but if you're looking for a credit card payment right away, you could buy Hive using MoonPay. I've never used it, so if someone else has, maybe someone in the chat can verify if it's worked out for them. But again, 93 bucks for Silver 3 card power is pretty dang amazing when it was 600 bucks just a couple weeks ago. Yeah, someone's also mentioning summoners. This is a great time for summoners here. Let's see who's the cheapest we can find. So I even saw an under $3 Thaddeus come in the other day. So I got a couple there. General Sloan under 3. Tarsa Kelia under 4. Obsidian still trying to hold on to the $4 mark. Obsidian, the only Chaos Legion summoner to be able to do that still. And, oh, sorry. Told you I'm still tiny little bit congested. Quicks though. Quicks is still holding at $30. So people want this legendary summoner. People are still willing to buy up Quicks, which makes sense. As I said before, I think it's a steal of a deal. The fees of crypto. I know, right? Buying into crypto is a pain in the butt. Yeah, it seems like every time you want to buy into crypto, there's some, $20 fee or $50 fee in a lot of places. Hey, MMC, how's it going? So let's see, yeah, I mean, a level 2, you could even get a level 2 General Sloan. What is it right now? Level 2 General Sloan, 13 bucks. Whew. 13 bucks. Thaddeus is going to be a little bit more. Although Thaddeus did dip under 3, so 15 bucks now, could maybe even go cheaper. And then if you want level 1 Quicks, 30 bucks for the 3-2-2-1 monsters. But if you want a level 2, 90 bucks. So again, Quicks has not seen any really price movement go down. Yeah, did I get mine to level 3? I haven't played really all weekend or have done much on the market. But where am I at? I definitely have a level 3 Thaddeus, and we're gonna get a level 3. Oh, we got the level 3 Kelia and Thaddeus, so that's good. I'm actually gonna go for a level 4. Wow, I can't talk today. A level 4 Thaddeus. Definitely going for that. Tarsa, Obsidian. Those are the furthest away. General Sloan. I just need 4 more. So, we're almost at level 3. Getting there. Yeah, Jimmy, games based on ETH are definitely unplayable. For sure. I sacrificed 2 weeks of food budget just to get Tarsa, Obsidian, Kelly, and Brutal level 5. Holy crap, Ed. Wow. Hopefully you're still eating something. Planning on pulling a gold Quicks. Our Faded Glory. I sure hope you do. That would be incredible. Build max level fire. Ooh. Death, water, dragon, neutral deck. Set myself to gold 3. Dang, MMC. Yeah, this is the time to do it. If you have the funds to get gold, man. MoonPay doesn't work for Canada. RIP. What's up, G? You stopped playing? What games are you playing instead? Semi-minnow. Let's go, MMC. Oh, yeah, Steve. Correct. Yeah, your packs that you sent, I flipped them, got the Quicks to level 3, baby, so thank you. I'm going to be able to play gold without even renting. Well, I'm going to have to rent some power and maybe some cards, but that's pretty freaking crazy. waited to buy into this game? Yeah. I mean, I think we all did. But again, that's the thing. It's like no one knows what's going to happen to the market. That's why dollar cost averaging is so powerful, because if it goes down, then you can buy up more and then bring your entry lower. If it goes up, then, you know, at least you bought in when you did. So you just never know. I mean, you can just sit here and regret all day. But the thing, as I've learned in my short time in being investing and playing to earn games the last year, is it's not about regretting the past decisions. It's about analyzing where the market is now, where the opportunity lies, and how do you move ahead. If we're always sitting in the past, we're never going to get to that minnow or that whale, because we're just you know, soaking and souring and stuck on our mistakes. And so then we're going to be more fearful. We're going to be more timid. We're going to make even worse decisions. So yeah, learn from the past. We can all sit here and say, yeah, I wish we waited. I wish I didn't put in a couple $100 at the height of this game and waited till now. But you know, that's what it is. And now what do? Now we have more opportunity, a better opportunity. So yeah, Gods Unchained going down. The tokens dropped quite a bit. All the cards were dead. How low do you think Bitcoin will go? I mean, I don't make any price predictions. What I'm watching for is if it goes over 40, we might see some FOMO kick back in and uptrend again. Right now we've been in constant downtrend, obviously. So if it goes above 40, that's when I'm starting to think, oh, maybe the Splinterland cards will start to flip around, especially if we sell out more and more packs. So Bitcoin over 40 and some FOMO from there could turn the market around for these play to earn games. Until then, I still think we'll have lots of great discounted coins and NFTs. And of course, we could drop to that 30,000 support again like we did in July and May and June. So who knows? I don't make predictions, because how do you predict? You just do what you can based off of what you see, right? So do I think it's still trending downward? I mean, we're seeing a little bit of support and maybe slowdown coming in here. But it's crypto. I mean, who knows? You can't guess for sure. Yeah, once land is out, monsters will be so rare. That's for sure. Yeah, I wish I bought Bitcoin in 2011. Collection went down 100K. Ooh, Stever. That's gotta feel weird. You see the future of this game. See, that's incredible that you're still hodling. Wow. Whew. I lost 400 DEC in bronze 3, now I'm in silver with 200 DC plus cards. Can't wait to see full green on crippling red on other cryptos. Yep. You know, times like these, what I've learned is if the only reason to really care about your portfolio is if you plan on doing short-term sell or buys. That's my opinion. I think Stever posted the question on his Peaked article of, you know, who lost the most? Was your collection losing a lot or a little bit? And basically what I said is I just don't even look at my portfolio for crypto anymore unless I am planning to flip it. You know, if I really invest in good projects and good games that I believe are going to be here in 3 to 5 years, it doesn't matter if the price takes a 50% hit now or 2x's tomorrow, unless I'm planning on selling it soon. But if I'm doing a hodl, all these games, all these tokens for 3 to 5 years, that's my thesis, that's my strategy, then I'm not going to sit here and cry about my portfolio. I don't know, my portfolio is probably down 70% just like everyone else, right? But to me, it's like, does it really matter? Unless if the project dies off or the project never recovers in a bear market, then I would be worried, of course. But I don't know, I'm just not stressing about it. If you're day trading, week trading, all those things, then yeah, then you have to stress a little bit more. But hey, Canna, thanks for the invite to your guild. I'm already part of one, and I'm probably going to be looking to make my own. But I appreciate the invite. You gotta let me know how your guild goes. Just close your eyes and pray. Gods Unchained fees to withdrawals is too high. I haven't tried to withdraw any gods. I don't know if I've even actually earned any because I haven't played in the last couple months. From what I understand is Gods Unchained is on Immutable X, which means it's on a layer 2 ETH. So fees within the game itself in the marketplace are going to be really cheap. But the problem with layer 2 Ethereum games is that every time you want to enter or exit a game and you have to use ETH, I mean, yeah, you're kind of screwed. I don't know how you get around that. The fees are always going to be huge. Unless they can, design some ways to have on-ramps and off-ramps without using ETH fees, then yeah, it's going to be hard to withdraw from those games. New to this whole NFT thing, bought my first yesterday, they minted another. Nice, OP, which one was it? Sounds cool. The plan is always to flip. Well, if you're flipping, there's nothing wrong with flipping, but then you got to be in the market each and every day. And you got to really know what the trend is and what to do each step of the way. So it's a little more stressful if you're flipping. If you're good at it though, you can make a ton more, right? Than you can hodling. Yeah, the biggest mistake of crypto is selling in the red if the fundamentals are good. Yeah, if you're in crappy projects, I don't know all these games. I guess I shouldn't say crappy projects, but you can even see if we go to 7 days here, if CoinGecko will work. I bet you that most of these projects that are huge red numbers are going to be small market cap games. So games that have, 50 million or less, 10 million. I mean, I guess Splinterlands could also be part of that. But, a lot of these games that are at 15 or 20 million cap, they're a lot more risky. So, you can see some of the biggest losers are games like, Rome that have a 50 million market cap that pumped up earlier and then went back down, right? So I don't know if these projects are good or not. Maybe they're hidden gems, but you got to be worried in bear market if you're holding onto coins and they don't have good fundamental and they have something like a market cap of 10, 20, 30 million dollars. Then those are the coins that are often going to get hit the biggest. Those really super small altcoins are going to take some big fat dives here in the market. Splinter is still holding 40 million, so it's still definitely a small market cap game. But again, it's one of those games to me that does have good fundamentals, which is why I feel comfortable with the hodl on it. We should battle sometime. Let's do it. Let's do it, Kana. So I see it. The MTG of NFT blockchain games, and I played MTG for 20 years. What's MTG again? Losing more money than I made. If you believe in a game, buy in. Yeah, if you don't like the game and you're not playing it anymore and it's no fun, then why are you still playing? I actually do enjoy Splinterlands. I don't get it. If you're not enjoying Splinterlands, it's probably not going to net you much value. So, Splinterlands is one of those complicated games that, especially getting used to it in Bronze 3, you got to push past if you want to enjoy it, to be fair. So even though on my alt account the rewards are abysmal, I'm still having fun on my alt account trying to go from $11 to $1,000 and who knows, 2 years, 3 years. Whew. Jim Morgan's back. How's it going? How was your weekend since the tournament on Friday? Everyone looking for the next Axes? Yeah, Stever, I was once a shrimp. Still remember my first post earning nothing, and we used to be in gold 3, level 3 cards because no one played. See, there you go. Stever wasn't like this huge. Well, I don't know your bank account, Stever, but I'm guessing you weren't like this billionaire buying up a bunch of NFTs. You're saying you were a shrimp, you're a krill yourself, and then you invested into a game with, as Dwayne says, time and attention, and Stever's in a great spot now. Axie Infinity, I would say the reason it's tanking is because really it probably hyped up too much before it could really sustain the economy. I think there's Axie, you gotta realize that Axie is one of the first play to earn games, so is Splinterlands. And so there's just a lot of still trying to figure out how do you add an economy to a game and make those things mesh up. And I think Axie, got a lot of publicity, but there were certain things about the economy that probably weren't good for long term and for that much growth to sustain it. And so as soon as it starts crumbling, it's gonna fall harder. I still think Axie with version 2, I haven't fully looked into it, but there's some interesting things and maybe they can turn it around. But it's one of those things where if the token of the game really drops in price, the NFTs are going to drop in price, because if people are only playing the game to earn and the game isn't fun, then that's a problem. Axie Infinity, I did have fun. I've been playing a little bit here and there with those delegated Axies. You know, to me, it's gotten a little bit repetitive, so I'm like, right now the version of the game was fun. Is it still fun? I don't know. I still think, you know, version 2 needs to come out before I really get excited about Axie. But I think there was too many things about the economics. Because it was one of the first games, they didn't know how to keep a game sustained. Guess the stream isn't bland anymore. There's got to be a way to get into your Discord. MMC, glad you're talking about that, because there will be an option coming in just 1 week. I'm having a video that will go over that on Wednesday. So, MMC. Oh, Magic the Gathering, duh. Huh? Yeah, MMC, the Discord's going to be open to the public here in about a week. Just prepping some last minute things. And in the video, I'm going to talk about a stream I'm doing next Monday. That will be kind of the kickoff to the Discord being public and stuff as well. Splinterlands is kind of pay to win if you think about it. Yeah, I mean, every play to earn game, unless you make the NFTs only skins, then essentially every play to earn game is going to be pay to win. And the reason why that is because you can't earn in a game unless there's money coming into the game and to the company. So if people aren't willing to buy your NFT to go earn more, then, you know, you're not going to be earning anything. The tokens aren't going to have any value. The NFTs aren't going to have any value. Unless the game is super amazing and people want to buy the skins and you can earn skins and play to earn that way. But there has to be some pay to win aspect in every single play to earn game, essentially. I don't know how you get around it. Waiting for Luke to give me 10 packs. I don't know about that, John. Maybe you'll earn one. What do you think is the ability for the next 2 airdrop cards? I haven't fully looked into that, Ron. I'm not sure. I'm just waiting to see what happens. So the reason that Splinterlands rewards and PvP shrink as time goes on, essentially the new season, they refill the DEC pool. And so there are 2 factors. 1, your rating. And then 2, the DEC pool over time of the season shrinks until it refills next season. So you got a shrinking pool. And then as well, once this new season hits, everyone's rating gets reset, right? So there are less people with really high ratings. So at a lower rating, you can actually earn more at the start of the season, because everyone's rating is generally lower. And then as well, let's say you're in Bronze 1, it doesn't matter if your rating goes past 999, because they're going to cap your rating and earnings to whatever league you're in. So you might be like, hey, I'm getting higher in my ratings, and everyone has lower ratings, so everyone's earning more DEC. Once people start getting higher and higher ratings, more of the DEC is going to that end, and less of it's going to your 999 rating in Bronze 1. Oh, hung out with Jim. Yeah, how was the stream with Dwayne, Jim? Run an Axie guild and 40 scholars. Whew, it isn't going anywhere. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Axie's going anywhere. I think Axie has so much money that they can do so many things and add to the game and keep it alive. I mean, it is the cheapest, again, as I said earlier, that it's been since September and August and July for the AXS token. But if they can implement new games and like they're planning on in version 2 and all that stuff, and help the economics of it, the game a little bit, I think, yeah, it still has a long way to go. I don't know if it's smart to buy in now. It's like $120 for a floor team, but if you believe in the project, this would be the time to do it. Axie is expensive, but think about Axie is $120 for a floor team. $120 in Splinterlands is going to get you barely into Silver 3. So, you know, you can argue that both games right now are actually similar prices. Oh, gotcha, Scott. Oh, Scott Bland is your cousin? That's awesome. Starter season bloodshed. Yeah, if you can start playing the game as much as you can early this season. That's where you're going to earn a lot of your DEC. I used to think that, oh, at the end of the season, my league is higher, so I should drain my ERC because I'm going to get reset back to bronze because I'm in silver when I was renting. And then I realized, oh, actually there's more DEC even at bronze at the beginning of the season that there is in, you know, silver 3 at the end of the season. So yeah, ending with a high ECR unless you're pushing for a leaderboard, I think is the way to go. My stream is chopping up. Hello out there, can you hear me? I'm not seeing any drop frames on my end, so it might be your end, MMC. Sorry about that. All right, well, I'll leave the stream open about 10 to 15 more minutes. I wonder if anyone has some questions about the market, what you guys are thinking. Another thing that I'm gonna have coming, if I can pull it up here, is I'm working on another Excel sheet here. Or sorry, Google Sheets. Excel, who uses Microsoft Excel? What am I talking about? Let's see, where is it? So something that I'm starting to track, that I'm going to make a guide on here soon, is Chaos Legion breakpoints. So I'm just going through each deck and looking at which cards. Hey, if I'm in bronze, this is the level card I'd be going for. If I was in silver, this is the level card I'd be going for. 7 in gold, whatever it is. Those breakpoints, whether that's a new ability or an extra attack, those cards that are important to me. So that's what I'm starting to do. And as I look through, you know, these prices, not just on summoners, but on monsters, I mean, there are some cards that just like holy crap, they're so cheap right now. You know, like you know, I keep talking about, like, I like the Thaddeus deck here. We don't even need Chaos Legion on here. Like Venari Bonesmith to get a level 4 poison on there. Whew, that's pretty dang good. What are some other ones I was looking at? I keep talking about level 2 Oshanus. I'm obsessed with level 2 Oshanus having the phase to dodge magic attacks. It's just so awesome. Diamond Shark though with Enrage at level 4, that's another one. I'm like, gosh, dude, level 4 is $9, so it's not cheap. But there's just like some of these cards I'm like, ooh, there's some good breakpoints in here that I'm like, I could really use these cards, you know, if I can actually start earning and getting them. Or like Tinny Striker with dodge, you know, silver level, you know, $13. That one's a little more expensive, but you know, there's a couple cards that I think if you can add to your deck right now with the market being so down for $5-10 for some of these leveled up cards, that's dang good. Llama joined as well. Oh, nice. Man, I need to hang out with Dwayne and Llama again. Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of as Seaver said, the pool is almost empty. So I think it's a little bit, it's not so much that all the higher rewards are getting more, because like even in silver I'm getting less, even in gold I'm getting less throughout the season. I'm just saying more and more people are increasing their rating, so they're potentially still increasing their rating while your rating is going to be capped at bronze, no matter how much you get your rating. So everyone's DEC goes down, but being at bronze or being capped at a certain level and not being able to go above your rating also hurts your earnings just a little bit. Probably not much. Ash, how's it going? How much DEC do you earn a day at silver? So silver 2 right now is a little, we're getting, I would say about after 5 or 6 days, the DEC goes down quite a bit. So now I'm getting like 3 a win. See if there's any higher or lower than that. Yeah, 3.5 at silver 2. Silver 3 is usually like probably 2 DEC at this point. And at the beginning of the season though, sometimes it's like, whew, you know, 10 plus DEC a win. Jordan, how's it going? Do you think the splurge for some of the gold foil cards is worth it? I mean, the thing about gold foil cards that I like is that it's always going to have long-term value because of just the card power alone. Like, they might change the card power levels for the Modern League, right? So if the Modern League power requirements are like 10,000 for Silver 3, let's say, if they do change it, then that could affect things. Maybe people just need less card power. But if more people are getting into this game, people are always going to need card power. So the 10% bonus to me isn't really a big deal. Like, I'm probably not going to be leveling up a bunch of gold foil cards just because it's too expensive. But, I mean, heck, if you can get it just for the card power, I think that the gold foils are always going to hold value just because of that. I mean, some of them, like right now, the Heatsmith, it's not a great card, but you're talking about 91 cents for 125 card power. That's pretty dang good. Getting off work, nice. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, a lot of these gold cards have over, let's see, a couple that we just looked at had 160 or 165, I think. I think some of them were bought up. But yeah, some of these gold foils have, 140, 150 almost card power for $1. I think that's gonna have some long-term hold value. I mean, the thing is about card power is they're always gonna put more power out on the market when things like Rift Watchers or whatever the next Chaos Legion is next year. So there's an argument that maybe card power isn't valuable if we don't add players. But again, if your thesis in this game is we're gonna add more players as the years go by, then we could see another card power scarcity before whatever the next release is. So I think card power, buying gold foils for that reason is what is appealing to me. Leveling up gold foils is just, I think for me personally, is too expensive. Got a test at 9 a.m. Oh, well, get some sleep, Luke. Whew. Alright, well, if there's no further questions or further thoughts, maybe we'll wrap up the stream. I just wanted to do a quick look at the market with you guys, see what the plan is. I would definitely say right now, people are wondering, I think there's some fear in the market. People are wondering, like, are we still going to see Bitcoin go down? Is the Chaos Legion card still going to, flood the market? And is the market going to continue to go down? To me, it's like, maybe. To me, it's like, well, either way, why aren't we buying in when we can get, silver for $90? Why aren't we buying in when summoners are, whatever they are here, not gold ones? Did I click on? I think I messed something up. But summoners are like $3 to $4, maybe even $2.50 for General Sloan. So my strategy is never like, hey, is this the exact bottom? Is this the exact low? Well, I mean, even if you're a genius, I don't think you're going to be able to predict the exact low. So that's my strategy, is I'm buying the cards I like now, the summoners I like now, the card power that I want now. Not all of my 100% of my funds. But as a krill, if I'm putting, $50 to $100 in a month, my video game budget, or maybe for you, it's $10 a month from blogging, then definitely buy here, and then definitely buy next month, and if we're just shoveling in a little bit at a time, we're doing that dollar cost averaging, then who knows how long it will take till this next bull run, but I think we'll be in a pretty dang good spot. So that's my plan. That's what I'm doing. Is it time to buy? Yes, it is time to buy. Just make sure you're buying into the games that you enjoy and that you think lots of people are going to enjoy and get value out of. If people aren't playing the game, it's not going to go anywhere, no matter how great a white paper looks, no matter how much the token price pumps for a moment, no matter how much social media marketing there is. Eventually, a game is going to die if it doesn't have good gameplay, right? When is Rift Watchers coming out? We don't know. Probably in a few months. See you next stream, Canna. Take on the dip right now. Any thoughts on future on SPS? Yeah, so I went over that a little bit earlier, but definitely DEC I'm not really buying unless I'm going to put it into liquidity pools. I talked about that earlier, that it's probably just better to go buy SPS straight out unless you're buying DEC for liquidity pools. SPS 10 cents right now. I'm loving it. I want to get some more, so I'm happy with that. I think it's going to take a long time for SPS to really turn it around if the market's still down. Because there's so much being printed each month. So I'm not expecting an SPS price pump. So 10 cents is pretty dang good. Maybe we see, if the market continues to go down, maybe a 5 cent SPS. I don't know. That'd be crazy. It's possible though. So I'm definitely buying more now. Time in the market better than timing the market, as Jim says. Yes, classic saying. Gain, how much you can gain while the market does what it does. Yep. Yeah, how much can you gain by playing the game or staking your coins or putting into liquidity pools? If you're using the play to earn aspects of a game and the DeFi of these games, there's a potential that you can be earning, you know, even double or, you know, 50% on your tokens or 25% on your tokens, whatever it is. That can add up in the next bull run for sure. Oops. That's going to be it for today, though. Thank you guys for hanging out, and for those that are going to watch after it's live, I'm excited about this time in the market. A lot of people, you know, when I gave that warning video a couple weeks ago, they're like, oh, man, you're so bearish. Like, what's wrong with you? You seem depressed. I was just saying, like, I'm worried about some of these games. I'm worried about some of the things I see in the market. But for good projects, I'm like, dang, this is a great discount. This is an exciting time because I can actually buy into projects, you know, that I wanted to be in for, you know, 50 to 100 bucks or whatever it is. So to me, I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited as Krills, because this is going to be a good opportunity to build up our assets, and hopefully they are worth something one day. We don't know, but that's the idea. So stick around, don't be whale food, keep it going, and we'll see you guys next time. Haiti, yeah, sorry, it's done. This was a short one on Mondays, as I gotta get other stuff done, but hope you guys have a good one. Peace out, pa'alam, and adios.